style at prices that make luxury accessible. Visit William & Lauren in Oklahoma City or online at williamandlauren.com. Dress like a champion and make your style as legendary as OU softball.
Sam Landry has completed her final pregame tosses. We're ready to go between Oklahoma and Wichita State. Thanks for joining us on this simulcast broadcast. Along with Destiny McElroy, I'm Chris Plank. We welcome those of you along the Sooner Radio Network and watching along on ESPN+. First pitch from Sam Landry, a little off speed. It looked like Eck checked her swing, but nope, strike one. First pitch at 3:32 as promised by Caitlin Fournier in the timing sheet. Well done, Game Day Ops. Oh, 1 in for a strike, and quickly a no ball, 2-strike count in favor of the Sooner senior righty. Transferred in from Louisiana, has never pitched against Wichita State in her career. 2-0, has a perfect game to her credit as well. Boy, that had some juice, and it caught the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Eck didn't even get the bat off her shoulder in her first plate appearance, and there's one away. Chalk up the backwards K. Pretty good start there, Destiny.
Yeah, it's a great start. I love the way she came out with that off speed and really kind of set the tone, kind of threw everybody off in there.
Lauren Lucas, the right fielder. Christy Breadbrenner has been very consistent with her lineup so far this season as that first pitch misses. Eck, Lucas, Epperson, Solacek, Sammy Hood, Caitlin Beckerly as the 1-0 pitch misses low. Caroline Talent and Kristen Nelson. 7 of the 9 starters have started all 12 games now for Wichita State. Rare consistency in the starting lineup, especially this early in the season. Slight delay here. An umpire is going out to say something to the third base umpire. There seems to be a little miscommunication over something. I think we're good now. Here comes the 2-ball, no-strike pitch from Landry. Good spot, strike 1.
Really good pitches by Landry. I like how she's working that outside corner and really mixing speeds, just 2 batters in.
Just underway in the one and only game for the Sooners today. Third game, though, of the Courtyard Marriott Classic. The 2-1 pitch, that's a little bit out. 3 balls and a strike. Trying to find a spot to get our game day weather presented by News 9 and Oklahoma's weather experts. We'll do it after this. Lucas at bat, senior right fielder at 500 on the season. 3-1, ball 4. A very rare Sam Landry walk, and Lucas is aboard. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous outside. 67 degrees. There is a slight wind for now out of the south at 10 miles an hour. And we're at our high of the day. Going to be a gorgeous Sunday and shaping up for an even better Monday. First pitch to the center fielder, Jody Epperson, is low and in ball 1. Shaping up for a high of 71 tomorrow. How about that?
Can't wait for that.
Bella Emmerling, the Sooner catcher, is going to jog out and chat with Sam Landry. In fact, according to David Payne, we're at our high for the day at 67. It'll be a high of 71 on Monday, 72 on Tuesday, 62 on Wednesday, and to get ready for the next wave of Sooner home softball games, a weekend that has a 0% chance of precipitation.
Nice. Love to see it.
64, 70, and 68 for the high, according to the 10-day outcast. 1-0 is hit hard to left field. Ella Parker took her a moment, ranges back, makes the catch. 2 away. And Ella's new in the outfield. So sometimes those shots might not look as clean, but she made it look easy after getting a good beat on it. Game day weather, by the way, is presented by David Payne, the Oklahoma weather expert. News 9 game day weather only on Oklahoma's News 9. 2 away for Solachek. First pitch is outside. Ella Parker said she played some outfield, but still it's a little bit of an adjustment.
Yeah. On that ball, you could tell she was like, oh, first step back, gotta go.
1-0. A little bit of juice on that one, misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. We have not seen any inclination so far from Lauren Lucas to give it a go, but she has stolen 4 bases this season for the Shockers. That is second on the team. 2 balls and no strikes. Landry off speed. Strike 1. She'll throw it in any count.
That is a great pitch.
She'll throw it in any count. And Jen Rocha, I think it's fair to say, is not afraid to call it in any count. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Good spot. Strike 2. Atta kid. Thanks so much for tuning in for the expanded Sooner pregame show presented by Walden and Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Tell a friend 30 minutes before every game. Crowd's into it early. The 2-2 pitch to the right-handed hitting Solachek, headed home. Got it. Swing. Inning over. Sam Landry with a strikeout. And Oklahoma, Landry work around the 1-out walk to Lucas and set down Wichita State without a run. That was Tinker Federal Credit Union strikeout. TFCU is here for you in life and money. Sooners will head to the plate in a scoreless game as Oklahoma and Wichita State battle in the Courtyard Marriott Classic. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Parks to explore all we have to offer. Norman Parks and Recreation, where Norman plays.
Softball presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And this is the Courtyard by Marriott Norman tournament. Abby Dayton will lead things off. First pitch from Barber headed home, and it's in for a strike. Courtyard Marriott Norman, located just minutes from the OU campus. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. Destiny McElroy, I'm Chris Plank. We're scoreless. Dayton, Parker, and Pickering start things off for the Sooners. First, well, I say the 0-1 pitch all the way to the backstop. That wasn't kind of typical of what we've seen from Barber. Mentioned the numbers on Barber, Chloe Barber, a 1.47 ERA, but leadoff hitters are batting .414 against her. There's a 1-1 pitch that misses high, 2 balls and a strike. I think you're going to like Abby Dayton, Destiny.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her. I got to see her a little bit in the fall season, but she's quick. I like what she's capable of.
She takes the 2-1 a little bit up, ball 3.
Like that she's 3 for 3 in stolen bases.
Mm-hmm. It's wild. I feel like the Sooners have been running a lot more, but it's crazy when you look at the stolen base totals and actually how few the Sooners have in their own conference. Here's the 3-1 pitch. There's a strike. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
11 hits on the season, 2 doubles, 1 home run. It's kind of like a triple threat.
The home run was just her, what they say, 4th of her career. But it was a key moment where the Sooners needed to get their offense going. 3-2, rips that one foul off the netting that protects the Sooner dugout. JT Gasso stands perched in that entrance to the Sooner dugout, closest to home plate. Sid Sanders standing next to him.
Squished down there.
Yeah, he does. Got his arm hung over the railing, watching his hitters go to work. There's ball 4. Abby Dayton reaches on a walk.
It's a really good eye. Try to get her on the rise ball. I like the battle she just had. Fouled off a couple pitches, really disciplined.
Every single day, the SEC office sends a softball release that is 30 pages of stats. 30 pages.
And you sift through them all.
I sift through them all. As Ella Parker digs in, first pitch to Parker is a little bit up for ball one. And I was talking about stolen bases, and now with Dayton on first, that's a conversation we can dive into a bit. Oklahoma this season has attempted 14 stolen bases. And they've been successful on 12 of them. So they're 12 of 14 on stolen bases. Time is called. Looks like we have a pitch watch issue with Beckerly behind home plate. All right, so you want to guess where 12 total stolen bases as a team and 14 attempts ranks in the SEC? Think about it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Runner's going. Swing and a miss by Parker. Dayton grabs the bag. All right, so that's 13 stolen bases for the season. It moves the Sooners up one spot. Where do you think 13 stolen bases now in the SEC ranks OU?
Say third.
How about last?
Oh. Yeah, not what I was going to.
Me neither, after looking at it so far this season. Runner at second now. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Parker, a little bit up.
I feel like 13 is a lot for 11 games.
Florida currently leads the SEC with 41 stolen bases this year.
How many games have they played?
10.
Oh, my. Okay. How about Florida?
Let me double check the number of games. It was jaw-dropping this morning. That pitch is high. Oh, never mind. I stand corrected. They have them listed at 19 games played this season.
Wow. Still, yeah.
40 stolen bases. I don't know where I got 10 from. It just sounded cool in the moment. Florida's got 41. Alabama has 39 for second in the SEC. We're in a league where you got to have a catcher to throw some runners out. The 3-1 is up and in, ball four. As far as stolen base attempts are concerned, Oklahoma's 15 attempts is good for 14 out of the 15 softball playing schools. And that 13th stolen base, if I didn't mention it, does move them out of the cellar. They're now tied with Missouri in 13th overall in the conference. Courtney Oliver Elkins is out to chat. In perusing through these, how many did I say, 30 pages of stats, I found it shocking that there are only two categories in which Oklahoma leads the SEC. They're number one in fielding percentage.
Okay.
And they're number one in hits allowed. And I should add for their pitchers, number one in runs allowed, earned runs allowed, and walks allowed. Oklahoma, even after the first inning walk, has only walked 10 batters as a pitching staff this season. All right, to the present. Cassidy Pickering digs in. She lit the fuse late for the Sooners. That sent everyone home early. Can she do it early? Ball gets away from Beckerly on the first pitch. Easy 60 for Dayton on to third, and Parker on to second. It can be a little different world when you're pitching here against the Sooners. Barber has had an opportunity to pitch here against another team, but not with the crowd like it is here now. Here's the 1-0. Popped up, shallow left field, racing out as Solachek, the shortstop, lost it in the sun. Dayton's going to score from third as the ball falls just out of her reach. Solachek looked up, lost it. 1-0 Sooners. And that's a tough spot over third for Dayton, right? You don't want to get...
Yeah, that's tough. You got to kind of stay out far enough, but make sure it drops. It's tough when you got a runner at second and third, and the Wichita State defense was playing in. They're trying to protect that run from scoring, so there was a big gap between Eck and Solachek. Just a tough ball to get to.
Sid Sanders shows bunt. Off to third goes Parker. The throw is wild. Ella Parker will score on the double steal, and it's 2-0 Sooners. Sanders showed bunt. That drew Nelson from third in. Solacek was just slow getting there. And as the throw went down the line, Beckerly, the catcher, could only shake her head as Parker scores easily. Chalk up another stolen base for the Sooners. And it's 2-0.
These are the pieces that Coach Gasso wanted to see them really put together. That's excellent base running.
One pitch misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tell him.
Perfect execution. Sydney Sanders did a really good job of selling that bunt, turning that into a full-on race between Solacek and Pickering, or Ella Parker, excuse me.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Sooner first baseman, and time is called. We'll see what the battle with the action clock looks like today, or at the very least, Wichita State and what appears to be a couple pitch watch issues early. Boy, Sanders had a big cut, missed it. Strike 2. 409 average. 5 runs batted in. 9 hits. 8 runs scored for the Sooners senior Sid Sanders. That off speed misses a little bit up, 2-2. They are giving Pickering credit for a single, just for those of you that are scoring. So officially that's a single. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. She got under it, skies it on the infield. Talent, the first baseman, looking into the sun, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. And here is our Love's Travel Stops player to watch, Alana Agbayani, and for the main reason that you saw her during the fall and you saw what she's capable of whenever we called games against BYU here, but you're starting to sense she's putting it together here for Oklahoma.
Yeah, she can cause a lot of chaos. I'm excited to see how she kind of operates this defense, makes them work here with the runner at third.
Turns on it, grounds it to the right side. Pickering kind of dances at third, but can't draw up the throw because, well, Agbayani hit it too hard. Right at Talent, who looked back Pickering. She'll walk back into third as they tag out.
We're seeing
Agbayani.
Coach Gasso talk to Agbayani on that. I think in that situation, you'd want Agbayani to stop and make that first baseman kind of run towards you. Draw some time and attention over to Pickering at third. Don't make it so easy running into that out.
Well, the Sooners want to try to cash in this run, and there's a hit by pitch. Maybe. Let's wait. Tia Malloy is kind of standing there. The home plate umpire seems confused. Now Patty Gasso. Malloy is showing her hand where it hit her. Now the umpire is touching her hand. Tia, freshman mistake here. All right? When that happens, do what the greats have done before you. The Jada Colemans of the world. You just take off down to first base. You don't leave it up for debate. You're just on your way to first.
It's interesting that it's a conversation here.
Well, I think they're going to say it hit off the back. Now, before everyone starts yelling at me on the TV side today, we do not have replay monitors that we're able to look at.
I think she was trying to prove she may have some type of Evo shield type of shield inside of her glove that makes it kind of loud to where the umpire didn't think maybe it was the knob of the bat.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Malloy way out in front of it, but the ball gets away from Beckerly. Pickering's going to score on the wild pitch, and it's 3-0 Sooners. I mean, what? 2 walks, a couple stolen bases, a run that scored on a stolen base, and then a run that scored on a wild pitch. Time is called. Now what do we got? Our home plate umpire was just verifying the count with the first base umpire. No balls and 2 strikes. The scoreboard had it right. Fale Steele over there giving our first base umpire the thumbs up. The 0-2 pitch. Bounce to the right side. Hood, the second baseman, backs up on it. Throws wide. But a good job by Talent staying on the bag, and that'll do it for the Sooners in a weird but fruitful bottom of the first inning. 3 runs on 1 hit. The Sooners score runs by any means. And as we head to the second, Oklahoma off to a 3-zip start. You're listening to Sooner Softball, presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And this is the Courtyard by Marriott Norman Tournament, located.
Absolutely ridiculed me for, because it was this a grin that just would not leave. I was smiling for weeks.
I cannot imagine.
I'm Dr. Anna, and if you want 20/20 vision again through a LASIK or a custom lens replacement, we're committed to helping you find a way to make that happen. Financing makes everything possible.
Take a look at Clearsight.
Clearsight.com.
First pitch in the bottom of the top of the second inning after a 3-run bottom of the first. 3-0 Sooners, and Sammy Hood swings and misses along with Destiny McElroy. I'm Chris Plank. Thanks for hanging out with us on an absolutely gorgeous Sunday here in Norman. The 0-1 is in for a strike. 0-2. Get a lot of questions. People want to know how to get involved in the third inning shout-outs. They're coming up next inning. We've had very fast third innings this year, though. We haven't really had a lot of time to get as in-depth as I want. The 0-2 pitch looped on the infield, one hop, and it squirted away from Agbayani. That thing just took off after it hit the dirt. Looked like one of OU Architect's sand wedges out at the trails. That thing took off.
Yeah, that's a tough play to make. Just right off the end of the bat, so it had that funky spin, and she was trying to play it to where it wasn't going to make that bounce. She was trying to get under it, but just missed, skipped away from her.
That is a tough ruling right there. First pitch a little bit up, ball 1 to Caitlin Beckerly, the catcher. They haven't officially scored it yet. I think I give it a hit. Am I being too nice?
No.
1-0, runner isn't going. It's in for a strike.
That's tough. I feel like they'll give her a hit. But had she sat back and read that spin.
I'm watching Brock, our new media relations director. He was watching the replay to see what he was going to decide. He's stressing right now. The 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 2.
Pressure's on.
I was telling him, and I feel comfortable admitting it, there was a few moments yesterday where you're just in awe, and you're kind of, in a good way, shook by the awe-inspiring nature of the following for this program. I mean, look at this place. The 1-2, swing and a miss. They're going to give Agbayani an error. Oh, Brock. One away on the strikeout. Third strikeout of the game by Sam Landry. And there's one away. I was watching him. He's 2 booths down from us.
Yeah, that's a tough play. I think you got to be able to read the spin off the bat and know.
Cameron Compton pops it up. Shallow left field. Racing out is Garcia. Nice play. The freshman makes it look routine. 2 away. But to finish up the thought on the shout-outs, the best way to do it and the easiest way is to just send us a note at OU on the air and let us know who you are and where you're listening from. Destiny and I love the questions, too.
We love them.
That might be a little cheat code for you.
We also love the facts. Some people share some good stats with us.
Jessica Bames undefeated. First pitch low and in. In fact, when I talked about 30 pages of stats from the SEC that they send out,
she needs to be on that list.
The first person that came to mind was our unofficial go-to statistician, Jessica Bame up in Ohio. Here's the 1-0 to the right-handed hitting Talent, the first baseman, Caroline Talent. There's a good pitch, strike 1. Talent at 258 on the season, 7 runs batted in. She has homered as well. Familiar names and faces on this roster. I mean, the Sooners have played Wichita State 13 of the last 14 years. The 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2, and they'll play again later this season. Talent has spent all 4 of her years in Wichita. Was an Easton NFCA All-American Scholar Athlete her freshman and junior season. The 1-2, swing and a miss. The throw down doesn't matter because the inning is over. Chalk up strikeout number 4 for Sam Landry. That's another TFCU, Tinker Federal Credit Union strikeout. Tinker Federal Credit Union, a proud sponsor of OU Athletics. Sam Landry, have yourself a day. 3-0 Sooners as we head to the bottom of the second inning in the Courtyard by Marriott Norman tournament from Learfield.
Fall in love with OKC's favorite casino.
Because at Riverwind, we've got it all.
Open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. Breakfast is served all day. The Midway, serving great food to Norman since 1955.
Sooner captain Nelly McEnroe Marinas digs in. 3-0 Sooners, bottom of the second. First pitch is swinging, fouled back. Along with Destiny McElroy, who's been kind enough to save us today. I'm Chris Plank. Hey, I'm not going to lie. Chris Plank had a talk with himself yesterday. We had a couple tough broadcast moments. I'm not going to lie. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt.
You are the best to do this.
I'm going to tell you something. I sat up last night, and I was so mad at myself over what I thought they were reviewing at first place because, and I was talking to a few people about it, and every single one of them kind of had my back, but they were like, I didn't think the play at first base was all that close as the 1-1 pitch is high. I thought it was, hey, she beat it. So when the Tulsa dugout decided to challenge it, I thought maybe in the way the umpire had pointed at it, they might have been checking on her leaving early. And Alana Agbayani. It wasn't. And when Barker went running back to the dugout after the call, I was like, oh. Noah McIntyre is going to be so mad at me at McIntyre Law for botching the review. And then I got a great tweet this morning from somebody that said, hey, just in case you didn't know, they were reviewing Barker being out at first base. So the knife got twisted a little bit more.
Yeah, come on, give Plank a break. He doesn't have
the 2-1
a
pitch is
here.
fouled back. Well, and I will not defend myself anymore except to say the most popular challenge in college softball that we've seen so far early in the season has been trying to catch someone leaving her. And it happened to the Sooners 2 or 3 times last week where it was challenged.
That in postseason is insane.
Here's the 2-2. Well, that's a really good pitch from Barber. And based on the call, an even better take from Nelly, who rolls in with a 3.03 average. Still digging for all my crazy statisticians out there to find the last freshman captain in any sport. 3-2 is popped into right field. Lucas has a beat on him, makes the catch short of the warning track, and there's one away. We'd like to thank our OU community outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, and OG&E. Along with Coca-Cola, the University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. And Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, visit bobmooreford.com/hero. Here's Bella Emmerling. Right-handed hitting. North Carolina transfer. And the problems in communications continue between Beckerly and Barber. And I don't know if there's a pitch watch issue over there as well. Emmerling went 0 for 1 yesterday, drew a walk, and did score a run. Unfortunately, it does add to what is been a tough run for Emmerling. For her last 14. Playing well defensively behind the plate. She had a big cut for a strike. When you're in a slump, it starts getting a little mental too, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's tough to come out of. I think you start getting to that point where you're like, this is going to be it, this is going to be it, and then it's still not. That wears you down.
Well, she hits this one hard and deep to center field. Say goodbye, softball. Wow, Bella Emmerling puts a charge into one and says, what slump? Make it 4-zip Sooners on her first Loves Field home run. Atta kid, Bella. 3rd home run of the season. And Patty Gasso wanted offense. She is getting it in every way possible.
I love that for Bella. I think she was seeing the ball really well and just had really quick hands through contact. Sent that ball directly deep center field. That's so exciting for her. And I think that's going to help her throughout the rest of the weekend.
That Sooner home run is proudly brought to you by the dedicated people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. Here's Gabby Garcia, first pitch strike. Isabella Emmerling loses one to center field, just what the doctor ordered. And it's 4-0. And she is such an intense competitor. The 0-1 pitch headed home to Garcia. She hits this one hard and deep to center field, but what a play by Epperson. Had it the whole way, tracked it well, and reached up and snagged the laser for the second out of the inning.
I think she's going to be special. I think Gabby Garcia has a lot in her, and she's got a lot of development coming. Just a freshman. I love watching her on defense, but I think offensively she's really going to be great.
Abby Dayton walked in her first plate appearance, takes this first pitch for a strike. Officially credited with a stolen base and a run scored. 4-0 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Oklahoma scored 3 first-inning runs with just 1 hit. And then a home run for Emmerling here in the second. The 1-0 pitch misses out to him. Scoreboard has it at 2-0. Official stats have it at 2-0. As Dayton waits on the next pitch from Barber. The tall righty rocks and fires. Big cut. 355, pardon me, on the current average for Dayton. Just a little bit below 300, hitting with 2 outs this year at 286. Got a piece of it. A ball and 2 strikes. Four runs on 2 hits is kind of interesting, is it not, when you look at that scoreboard? Each team has been dinged with an error so far. Here's the 1-2. Boy, that's called strike 3. Good spot on the outside corner for Barber. That'll be the first strikeout of the day by an Oklahoma Sooner hitter. But the damage is done. A solo shot with 1 out in the inning by Bella Emmerling has opened up the Oklahoma lead. It's now 4-0 as we head to the third.
The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying, but you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security. Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
First pitch in the top of the third inning is belted into the left center field gap. Kristen Nelson, the leadoff hitter, stands at second with the first hit of the game for the Wichita State Shockers. It's a double. And for the second straight inning, Wichita State has put the leadoff hitter aboard. Nelson got a pitch a little bit out and up over the plate. She drilled it into left center field. Now they turn the lineup over with Ellie Eck. Welcome into the third inning. Sooners 4, Wichita State 0. Along with Destiny McElroy, I'm Chris Plank. Eck, first time up, caught looking. No balls and a strike. Ball looked like for a moment it might get out of here off the bat of Nelson. Here's the 0-1 from Landry. Popped up, foul territory, out of the reach of Nelly down the third base line. TU only had 2 hits yesterday against Oklahoma. And back to the scorebook, did they even put a runner in scoring position? They did not. First runner in scoring position against OU this weekend. It's a good 0-2 pitch, low and away. Eck didn't chase.
Emmerling's doing a really good job behind the plate. She's framing really well, and she blocked a good pitch there.
It's one area where she has been a rock so far this year. Behind the play defensively. 1-2 swing and a miss.
Sam Landry's gotten some good calls, I think, due to Emmerling making that frame, making it look good.
Fifth strikeout of the game for Emmerling. Fifth strikeout of the game for Landry with the help of Emmerling behind the play. That's a Tinker Federal Credit Union strikeout. TFCU is here for you in life and money. One away. Lucas walked her last time up, takes a strike. Left-handed hitting right fielder. She's one of those players you want to keep off base. Now, they didn't try to run her whenever she reached in the first. But she has stolen 4 bases this year. Good off-speed, strike 2. Eck, who stands, Nelson, who stands at second, also has 2 stolen bases this year. She's 2 for 2 in stolen base opportunities. So just something worth keeping an eye on with the speed at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch from the Sooner righty. Ground ball to short. Garcia bobbles it. Everybody's safe. They'll throw behind the runner at third. That is a rarity for this Sooner defense and for the freshman. Second error of the season on Garcia. Now Wichita State has something cooking here in the third with runners at first and third and only 1 away. And here's Epperson.
Center fielder, number 22, Joey Epperson.
You know, that's one that the freshman's going to beat herself up about a bit because 9.9 out of 10 times she makes that play. I wonder, maybe Nelson flashing in front of her might have.
I think she was trying to sit back and see if there was going to be some collision there, but you've got to get after that ball. You've got to make that out.
Epperson flied out to left her last time up. Take strike 1. The Sooners have shifted Pickering to left and Parker to right field. In case you missed that last half inning, and we didn't mention it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Parker was in left to start this game. It's low. Parker was in left to start this game, even though she was listed as the right fielder in the opening lineup card. Made a nice play on a ball that was hit by Epperson last half inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased one well out of the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. First plate appearances against OU this weekend by an opponent with a runner in scoring position. Sam Landry trying to hang on to a 4-0 lead for the Sooners. The 1-2 pitch. Pop foul down the right side. That's going to get out of play. I see them piling up. Third inning shoutouts brought to you by Oklahoma Career Tech. Our buddy Malibu Ron in beautiful Santa Barbara. Thanks, Ron. Yoda's at home in Edmond today. Cody and Amy over on the northeast corner. Happy birthday, Amy. Here's the 1-2 pitch with runners at first and third and 1 out. Got her. Chase the rise. 2 away. What a big-time pitch from Sam Landry. 6th strikeout of the game.
That is a big out. I think with first and third, you're looking at some first and third action. So getting huge.
2 away. Solacek, the shortstop, strikeout victim the last time up. Landry paints the inside corner with strike 1. Had her jammed up. .375 average for Solacek. Among the team leaders with 7 runs batted in. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Sam Landry gave up a laser on the first pitch of the inning. Struck out the next batter. Probably had a ground out that should have been an out, ruled an error. And now looks for back-to-back Ks to end the frame. Misses high on the 0-2. Not a bad place to miss, though, right?
No, that's a good pitch. I like how she's working. I'm really seeing some confidence in Sam Landry, and she's really trusting herself and really mixing her speeds, but also in and out. She's coming in at the hands a lot. Some pitchers are afraid to get in there, and she is doing a great job of getting that inside pitch right at the hands.
Here's the 1-2. Off speed, ripped foul. Coach Redmond over there at third. Didn't have to dance too much. Our buddy Jim Costello is in the house today for his first game of the year. There's Mark Worley tuned in Edmond. From 7 degrees to 70 degrees in 48 hours, people.
Insane.
It's wild. Everybody claps. The 1-2. Got it. Oh, Sam Landry, way to work out of a jam. 3 strikeouts in 3 pressure-filled settings and situations for the Sooners. With a runner in scoring position, Landry works him out of the mess. We head to the bottom of the third inning, 4-0 Sooners. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
At Brahms, we offer more than just
of the University of Oklahoma Athletics.
Ella Parker will lead things off for the Sooners in the bottom of the third inning, 4-0. OU back to work for Barber after a solid top half of the third from Sam Landry working out of a jam. First pitch strike. Sooner softball presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway, and this is the Courtyard by Marriott Norman Tournament. Located just minutes from the OU campus. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. There's a strike, 0-2. Tom Dunning, our buddy, has checked in from Edmond. Wants to know about Hannah Core's return. Very good question. I asked Coach about it after our interview today. Tell you after this 0-2 pitch. Parker waits. Here it comes. Ball 1 outside. Core got injured in a very unique way. She was at second base, and when she planted to go back as a base runner, she just went down. There was fear that it might have been a dislocation for a moment, but it wasn't. The 1-2 is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. She's out of the boot. She's walking around, but she still has some bruising that's a little concerning on that ankle. Probably the best defensive outfielder for the Sooners, Hannah Core, so they desperately want to get her back. Good question, Tom. 2-2 is pop fouling out of play.
Ooh.
Did that hit off the awning and come back down?
And he made a play.
There we go. I don't know how it looks on TV, but just from my vantage point, in the shaded areas behind home plate, it looks like the fans have shown up and shown out. They get it. No days off. And if you can't make it, make sure someone can use your tickets, right? 2-2, a little bit out, 3-2. Ella Parker so confident at the plate that she knows the zone. Now, I'm not, I shouldn't have said that, but I don't want to get the announcer jinx here.
No, her pitch selection is special.
3-2, and she hammers one deep to left field, but it's caught at the wall. Ball at the very least looked like it was destined for extra bases. Not a ton of wind over there, but it knocked it down just a bit, 1 away. Casey Schleicher has checked in from Elm Creek, Nebraska. A 42-degree wind chill Thursday morning. Not cool. Darla's out in Newcastle. Debbie and J.O. Parker in Montezuma, Iowa. And the Lees are checking in from Cedar Park, Texas. First pitch to Cassidy Pickering is a strike. I can report as well that we did hear from the Pickerings in our pregame, so glad to see all is well with Cassidy's grandparents in Willow Creek, Montana.
I don't think they've missed a game.
The 0-1 pitch misses a little bit low, 1-1. So it was funny. We were in Waco last week, and I hadn't heard from them for a couple of games, and I saw...
That stressed you out a little bit?
Little bit. I saw Cassidy's mom and dad out in the parking lot. They're like, oh, they got their ESPN Plus subscription taken care of. It's like, okay, that's fine. Just want to make sure. 1-1 is in for a strike. Pickering kind of takes a quick step out, deep breath, behind on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pickering, her last time up, had one of the 2 Sooner hits so far. It's 4-0 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the third inning. The 1-2 misses outside. And by the way, for the Lees that have checked in, I did get to meet and hold baby Peyton who is here today.
Oh.
2 months old.
Oh.
And he looks like he could be a starting nose tackle for the Sooners. He's awesome. The 2-2 pitch turned on down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, but it's hooking foul. Way out in front of that for Pickering. Out on her front leg. Larry's out in the St. Pete Sooner in. Good to see Trey Lindeker. Doug Carroll. Angela and Doug are tuned in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Congrats on the chili contest win, crew. The 2-2 pitch, the low ball 3. Judy out in Silver City, New Mexico, had reached out during the week. Good to see Judy tuned in. Also heard from Marita Hines yesterday. I know Coach Hines has always checked in when she can. The 3-2 pitch. Pickering takes ball 4. It gets to the backstop, and the Sooners have a base runner here for Sid Sanders. Cassidy Pickering's been aboard both times she stepped to the plate.
First baseman.
Shirley and Galen are sitting in Bud Walton Arena watching the OU women's basketball game. And I saw that, the Sooners won that game going away 94-54. That OU women's team is something else now. Sid Sanders 0 for 1, popped out to first in her first inning plate appearance, and she turns on one and hits it deep down the left field line, hooking foul and off the netting. Good chase by Eck out there in left field for Wichita State. We're still kind of learning a little bit about what that netting will do to the softball and if there's a chance to make a play up against it. Eck gave it a run in the corner, but there's not a lot of room down there in that corner.
No, on either side. That's very tight. Did you say about 4 feet?
Tops. One pitch is low and in.
It's tough to slow your momentum down if you're going after a ball there, too. It's going to be tough plays to make down these lines. And then you see the little kind of cutout, the little curves down the lines.
Well, Christy Bredbender is going to go out and talk to her hurler. So it'll get a timeout here in the action. Give us a chance to catch up. Brandy Casey is tuned in from Morris today. Saw her out here yesterday. She's a rock star. Toby and Doc are listening in Fairmont, North Carolina. Bentley is out in Plano, Texas. Christy McMurphy Favors is tuned in Edmond. Christy, we've been thinking a lot about you and your family. So sorry for the loss of your dad. Miss Jane Jetson's in Dallas. Brad Bunning says, where does the prevailing wind blow at Love's Field from home? Yesterday seemed coming in from left field and held up some solid flies that you even thought may have got out. Brad Bunning, great question. I have started asking around how much you think that wind out of the south is potentially knocking balls down to left field. So far, I have one person that says no. A very important person in JT Gasser that says yes. So you think about your answer.
I'm going to say yes. There's a tunnel that it's affecting, too.
All right, meetings are over. Here's the 1-1 to Sanders. The off-speed stays high.
I think
because there is like an open air ride. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's unique, the setup, because you have the Sooner softball offices and, of course, the hitting facility. And it kind of serves as a little bit of a tunnel area there. Can knock things down.
And I will tell you that if anyone knows it's going to be JT.
That ball ricocheted off that awning and shot down. One of the Sooner fans that was sitting here in the section right below us had to kind of jump for his life. He's good, though. And a souvenir. Unfortunately, he didn't end up getting the softball. The guy next to him did, or the lady next to him did. Again, action clock at 6. Here comes the 2-2. Popped up left field. Shallow left field, though. Eck comes racing in. The wind is doing a number on her, and she makes a sensational catch. Wow. Alana Agbayani steps to the plate with 2 away.
I mean, the wind held that one up. She ran a long way to get under that.
Our buddy Jerry Isbell has tuned in. Jackie wins up in Jersey. Thank you, Jackie. Kenneth Matthews is tuned in Broken Arrow. Joe Bob out in Lexington. John May in Stanton. Tim and Chastity in Austin. And Mike down in San Antonio. What are you doing in San Antonio? First pitch is up and in. Like there's something wrong with San Antonio. What's wrong with me?
What do you have against San Antonio?
I don't know. That really sounded bad. I saw that Nate was down in San Antonio. I'm like, why are you there? Agbayani last time up grounded out the first.
Here?
Yeah, why are you? This is gorgeous today. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. I know tomorrow's going to be tough because it's an 11 a.m. first pitch, and apparently some of your bosses want you to work on Mondays.
Yes.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
But it says it's going to be a high of 70 degrees. So come spend the day with us in some way, shape, or form. And if you can't, please make sure someone can get your tickets. Line shot, hot shot, right at Salachek. Never flinched. That'll do it for the Sooners in a scoreless third. Thanks to Scout and Scarlett Wingfield, who have tuned in Durant today. Shauna Coolbuth sitting at home and watching with her dog Oakley. Courtney Bryce checking in from Madrid, New York. Walt is out in McAllister with Buckner and Buttercup. And thanks to Kevin, Karen, and Coda checking in from
plans. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
We head to the fourth. Oklahoma 4, Wichita State nothing. First pitch outside for ball one. As Sammy Hood leads things off. Reached on an error in her only plate appearance in the second. 7 strikeouts for Sam Landry so far. She has been solid in the circle. Worked around a little damage last half inning. That 1-0 pitch misses. Fallen behind a few hitters, which has been very un-Sam Landry-like so far this season.
I've liked what I've seen so far.
She's
I feel
fun.
like from the fall to now, there's been a lot of development and change in her demeanor, confidence in each pitch, command. I think she looks really good out there.
2-0 is a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Sooners have Parker back out in right field with Dayton in center, Pickering in left. Same 4 infielders with Sanders at first, Agbayani at second as that's fouled back. Garcia at short. And Nelly doing a little yard work right around the third base bag as she now moves more towards that 5-6 hole. Battery of Landry and Emmerling. They've been outstanding so far. Wichita State held to just 1 hit. No 2 uncharacteristic OU errors. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Landry. Fouled off. I mean, I am in awe by the amount of shout-outs today. Thank you guys so much. It's awesome. Kevin's down in Folly Beach. Jamie Joe is in McAllister. I saw Paige Cole up in Tulsa. Cowboy Sooner in Aberdeen. What a day. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hood. Little low, ball 3. Thanks as always to Oklahoma Career Tech, preparing Oklahomans to succeed in the workplace and education and in life. Chief George Tiger even checked in from up in Bristow today. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Hood. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on an off speed. Sam Landry is dealing today in Norman. Chalk up the 8th strikeout of the game. 3rd straight Wichita State hitter down by strikeout. And here is Caitlin Beckerly, the catcher. Strikeout victim her last time up. Boy, that's a really good frame job by Bella Emmerling. Strike 1.
They are working really well together. It's a really good battery. And I think for Landry to be able to throw that off speed in a 3-2 count, she's very confident in that pitch. And I love seeing it throughout any point in time in anybody's at bat.
Little walk for Beckerly as now she digs back in. Sooners playing straight up, straight away. Little off the line and right and left. Beckerly saw it off there. Couldn't stop her swing. Strike 2.
as a hitter, that's very unsettling, too. You can't get in there and feel like you're on time with anything because at any point in time, you could see knock speed.
No balls and 2 strikes. Sam rocks, fires. Got her. Froze her. Cold strike 3. 9th strikeout of the game for Sam Landry. She has struck out 4 straight shockers. That's another Tinker Federal Credit Union strikeout. Coach Bredbender is going to go to the bench. Cameron Compton is slated to hit here. She has the lineup card out. But that is Compton. Well, whatever it was, everything's taken care of. Don't remember Compton leaving the game unless they did a little magic with the lineup. Compton popped out to short her last time up on a nice play by Garcia, tracking one out in shallow left field. First pitch, again, another really nice frame job by Emmerling behind the plate. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 from the right-handed throwing senior. Popped into right field. Ella Parker makes it look routine. That is a quick 1-2-3 top half of the 4th inning. And the Sooners head to the plate, leading 4-0 over Wichita State. You're listening to Sooner Softball, presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And this is...
Brings savings and Sooner wins home all season long. Homeland and Game Day delivered by DoorDash brings you all the essentials right to your door. From tailgating treats to armchair quarterback snacks, we've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
Tia Malloy digs in to start things in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-0 Sooners. Back to work for Barber. First pitch, Malloy shows bunt and bunts it too hard and foul down the third base line. If you want to know who's doing a whole lot for the state of Oklahoma, look no further than the people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. From contributing billions to education, funding medical research, and supporting the arts, they are deeply invested in the well-being of our state. And Planet Fitness is a proud partner of Sooner Softball. With multiple locations in Oklahoma, Planet Fitness can help you with whatever you are getting fit for. Join today. 0-1 is looped into shallow left field. It falls for a hit. Tia Malloy is aboard to lead things off in the 4th. That for the Sooners is just their 3rd hit of the day. But they've also been on the receiving end of 3 walks. Get the feeling that it's kind of due time for Nellie here, right? Kind of get the sense after watching her getting comfortable in her role as a captain in her first season as a healthy part of this team. Pops this one foul down the right side. Is it going to get out of play? Well, didn't quite get out of play, but thankfully neither Hood, Talent, nor Lucas, that trio of shockers, could get there in time.
A lot of room to cover down that first base side.
Narrow's quick, too, like we talked about on that right field corner. Nellie flied out to right field her last time up. Malloy is a speedy one over at first. Could she be on the move here? Here's the 0-1 pitch. She is. All taken. The throw is wide. It gets into center field, but Malloy will stay there, and it looks like Solodchek might have had a mini collision there with Malloy. She is slow to get up. Malloy came in head first. Solodchek went to try to get the ball. Crowd applauds as Solodchek looks like she's going to be okay. But she might be done for the day. What do you think? Got a nosebleed there?
Yeah, she's covering her face. I saw her glove get ripped off, too.
Tia Malloy looks to be okay. She hasn't officially. They'll have time to make a decision here. It was hard to tell because as she came across, I couldn't tell, Destiny, if she had actually made contact with Malloy. Looks like she did, because as the ball started going to center field, Malloy stayed down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there had to have been. Maybe I didn't see a head-on collision. Maybe hit her back of her feet, because Malloy kind of dove past second base.
If you want to go ahead and give a tip of the cap, as it looks like we're going to see a new shortstop check into the game right now. Mila Seaton. She's going to get called in here for a Salah check. This is still a tight game. I mean, by no means is Wichita State teetering on the brink of an absolute implosion. But in the same vein as the 4-zip game about this point yesterday, whenever Oklahoma exploded thanks to a 3-run home run from Pickering.
Yeah, I think we can see some action here.
The foot caught her chin. All right, so Toby Baldwin reports that as she was sliding into second base, looks like the foot caught the chin of Solachek as she came across. So the new shortstop, it's like it's going to be, they move it, Sammy Hood over to short. So Hood will slide from second to short. And then Mila Seaton will take over at second base. And we'll keep an eye on Solachek and see if maybe she returns to this game. All right, back to action. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's in for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4-0 Sooners. Malloy stands at second after the stolen base. Here's the pitch to Nelly. It's up high, 2-2. Long walk back by Barber. Go ahead, Destiny. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just with Tia. I think she did a really good job setting the table, stealing bases.
Top foul by Nelly.
And now Nelly's in here really battling this at bat.
Tip of the cap to Sam Landry. We're getting to this. The last half inning featured her 500th career strikeout between Oklahoma and Louisiana. Congratulations to Sam. 2-2 pitch to Nelly. Barber brings it home. Pop foul. A couple late people that had checked in. I wanted to say hey to. Joel's out in Rogersville, Tennessee. Coach Flood down in Houston supporting his alma mater. Lance is watching on his laptop in Dallas. Mikey out in El Dorado Hills, and Guy driving Ubers all over OKC. Appreciate you. Here comes the 2-2, popped up. Behind home plate, that's going to get over the netting. Four 4-0 Sooners. Nelly looking to open this thing up. Bella Emmerling waits on deck. She homered in her only plate appearance so far. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, waits on it, lines it down the right field line. It's just fair. Chalk flies. Rounding third, heading home is Malloy. She'll slide around the tag. Nelly McEnroe Marinas finds the chalk down the right field line, and it's 5-0 Sooners, thanks to the captain.
It's a really good piece of hitting by Nelly McEnroe Marinas. I think she was so patient in the box, even going through the injury over at shortstop, really staying patient and having good pitch selection and understanding the count and seeing that ball late in the zone, sending it opposite field. That was a really, really solid at-bat for Nelly.
Looks like we're going to have our first pitching change. So they're going to bring in, made the indication that they're going to the pin for number 5. So Ava Sliger will be the new pitcher for the Wichita State Shockers. I'll tell you all about the freshman out of Tupelo, Oklahoma. When we come back, this is Sooner Softball. 60-second break for a pitching change, and it's brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway from Learfield.
It's Chevy and GMC Truck Month at Seth Wadley Chevy and GMC in Pauls Valley. Hello, Oklahoma. Joe.
One walk. And I don't know about everyone else, but as someone who has spent a majority of their life in Oklahoma, it makes me very happy whenever you see a small-town Oklahoma product get an opportunity on this stage. A true freshman. Immerling at the plate, 5-0 Sooners. Time is called before Slager can even throw a pitch. Struck out nearly 1,000 hitters at Tupelo in her career, and now there's questions between the home plate umpire and Slager, and it looks like whatever issues they had with the pitch watch have been taken care of. And we're ready to go. Immerling homered her last time up. First pitch, she hits this one hard and pretty deep to right center field at the wall. It hits off the wall, and it's rolling back towards the infield. Patty Gasso will wave home Nellie McEnroe Marinas. She'll score from first on the RBI double. Have a day, Bella Immerling. Have yourself a day. It's 6-0 Sooners. Wow, that ball did everything but get out of here over the right center field wall.
That was a shot, and I think we even saw Nellie rounding second base in confusion because she thought that was out. And Coach Gasso's windup just got quicker and quicker trying to tell Nellie, get your butt home. That was not out.
Came close. Here's the first pitch to Gabby Garcia. She lays down a bunt. That's foul. Well, and you say that if, and I'm pretty sure it was Seaton, the new second baseman that came in, when she caught the cut throw, she threw to third. I think she had a play at home plate.
Yeah, Nellie was cruising. She thought it was out, and I saw her touch home plate and look at figuring like, hey, I thought that was out.
Gabby Garcia flied out to center field her last time up, smoked one deep, but came up just short as the 0-1 pitch misses outside, ball one. Six nothing Sooners with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Garcia grounds one to the right side. This will get the runner to third. They'll throw out Gabby for the first out of the inning. Job done, though, in moving over Immerling. And here's Abby Dayton, who's 0 for 1. Got caught looking, the only Sooner to strike out here today. But walked and stole a base in the first inning, scored a run. First pitch, little bit low, ball one. At Tupelo, Slager was 30-4 in her final season, leading to the state title. The 1-0 pitch, in for a strike, 1-1. All right, before I can look, someone's going to beat me to it, but what class is Tupelo? We're talking 2A, population of 324 as that ball's fouled away.
Oh, my gosh.
Actually, I apologize. The 2010 census had it at 329. Located in Cole County, right off of Highway 3. The 1-2 pitch, grounded towards short. Nice play on the hop by Hood. Throws across, and there's two away. Nothing that Immerling could do. Well, here's Ella Parker. According to the Wikipedia notes on Tupelo, professional bull rider, And season 3 contestant in the Amazing Race, Cord McCoy, is also from Tupelo, Oklahoma. First pitch to Parker is in for a strike. I pride myself on my Oklahoma, I guess you can say, heritage now. All my kids were born in Oklahoma, but count me up as someone that had never heard of Tupelo, Oklahoma until today. The 0-1 check swing misses.
What is the by? What's the next big city, I guess?
It's a little bit south and east of Norman.
Okay.
So it looks like the Texas border might be the city that it's closest to. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Parker, who on the day is 0 for 1 with a walk. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Six runs now on 5 hits for the Sooners. A 2-hit day for for Bella. 2-1 is right on that inside corner, 2-2. She drove in Nelly. Singled and drove in a run after Tia Malloy started this inning with a base hit, stole a bag. 2-2 pitch is low and away, full count. Wichita State infield will now take a step back, as will the outfield. Here comes the full count pitch, grounded foul down the first base line. Big day in the Sooner Nation. Just like yesterday, we had wins by the OU men's basketball team, the OU baseball team, and OU softball, of course, here yesterday with a run rule win. Today is shaping up fine, just fine. Here's the 0-1 to Parker, a little bit in, or excuse me, the 3-2 to Parker, who's 0 for 1 on the day, and she takes ball 4 for the second time. Parker is walked. I'm here to tell you guys, the scoreboard's placement of what they are on the day is too close to the balls and strikes for me on the scoreboard. South of Ada and is Class B. Okay. Tupelo.
Thank you, Randy.
My buddy Steve Braun had checked in as well, has an ADM of 75. It's Class B in fast pitch. First pitch strike to Cassidy Pickering. I'm not going to lie. I'd never heard of it until I started looking down their roster. And I thought, it might be cool, a chance to see her throw. Slaggert comes in this situation now, trying to keep Wichita State in this game. Sooners up 6-0, though. The 0-1 pitch misses low and into Pickering. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cassidy today is 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI.
Well, if you don't know about it, I definitely don't know about it. So we all learned something new today.
I would like to say I'm now a fan of Tupelo, Oklahoma. The 1-1 is in for strike 2. And Ella Parker takes off and will snag second base. They lost sight of her. Parker steals the bag. And the Sooners, with a 1-2 count now on Pickering, will have runners at second and third. After Pickering took off from first after the 1-1 pitch.
The delayed steal. Can't tell you how many times I'm sure they've practiced that with the first and third.
Here's the 1-2, bounced right back to Slager. Gloves it, throws. That'll do it for the Sooners here in the fourth. But they continue to tack on runs. And as we head to the fifth, Oklahoma 6, Wichita State nothing. You're listening to Sooner Softball from Learfield.
Do you have a special needs child?
Or travel stops, and this is the Courtyard by Marriott Tournament. Located just minutes from the OU campus. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. Caroline Talent will lead things off for Wichita State. First pitch from Sam Landry is a little bit low and in. Talent 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sooners had a good situation to end the bottom half of the fourth with runners at second and third. Like to put this game in run rule territory, but curious to see what Coach Gasso's reaction is going to be as the 1-0 misses. Happy, Coach, or?
Yeah, I feel like they've done a good job. Obviously, you don't want to see runners left on base, especially in scoring position, but they've done a good job. I think the offense has been very good on pitch selection. They've hit some balls in the gaps. I think that they've moved their runners.
The bouncer to the right side. Sanders is going to take it to first, one away. You were saying before you were so rudely interrupted by that bounce out and me.
They just haven't finished, and I think that's what she wants to see. But again, it's early in the season. I feel like she'll be pleased-ish. I don't know that Coach Gasso's fully pleased ever, but that's okay.
Ella Parker needed towel from the bench. Looks like she's okay. Wonder if the allergies got her.
It's getting everybody.
Here's Kristen Nelson. First pitch, fouled off.
What do you think her response will be?
I think that...
Maybe, are you going to be more happy than she is?
Listen, man, it's gorgeous outside right now. My daughter's here. I'm getting to hang out with Destiny McElroy and call a game. I don't know if I could be happier. But I could understand where there's going to be some frustrations, basically because they didn't finish them when they had a chance, I think. Bouncer to third. Now, agree, that's foul. What a play by Nellie McEnroe Marinas in foul territory. Now, to be fair, Pickering hits a home run in that situation or drives in a couple. You know, you're like, all right. But Oklahoma, still could put 2 on the board and win this game in run fashion.
Yeah. I will say 5 hits. She'd probably want to see more than that. They have had a lot of free base runners.
Here's the 0-2 up high. But as Coach told us in the pregame show, she wanted us to come away and say, man, look at that team go out and mash.
Yeah.
Nelson has the only Wichita State hit. It was a double to lead off the third. And she takes this one a little bit low. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sooners stay the same defensively.
I think she'll be pleased with Landry's performance so far. She's done a great job.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Landry. Bouncer to the right side. Sanders does a nice job, swallows it up, takes it to the bag, 2 away. Sid's been good over there at first all season long. Sam Landry and Bella Smith come in with 6 seasons combined. Had over 136 appearances, 133 wins, 1,098 combined strikeouts between the two. And as Eliek digs in, first pitch is in for a strike. 9 strikeouts on the game so far for Sam. She is over 500 strikeouts for her career between Oklahoma and Louisiana. That's awesome. Well, that ball is blasted deep to right field, and it is gone. Chalk up the first home run of the season for Eliek, a no-doubter. Absolutely smoked over the right field wall. And Wichita State says, we're not done yet. Make it 6-1. That is the second home run that Sam Landry has given up this season. The first home run came in the very first appearance she had in the season. Let's see how she handles the adversity. 2 away for Lauren Lucas. Still all Sooners. They lead it 6-1, but maybe we jinxed it by talking about how happy Coach was going to be with Sam. She seems to handle things pretty well. At least she seems to now.
Yeah, I mean, that pitch was left belt high. It was a solid pitch to get a hold of. I mean, Eliek just so strong, sent that out quickly.
First home run allowed by Landry since the second inning of her first start of the season. And off speed misses in. Lucas was upset about something. I think she might have been mad that she didn't turn the other way. I'm only partially joking. She kind of turned her body like she was heading that direction. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Bounce to the right side, charged by Agbayani, shovels to first, just in time. Inning over, a little damage here for Wichita State. First run of the game on their second hit. It's a solo shot from Elliott. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Oklahoma, though, in control, leading 6-1. You're listening to Sooner Softball, presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And this is the Courtyard by Marriott Norman Tournament, located just minutes from the OU campus. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKC.
Softball team, Norman Regional stands behind you. From orthopedics to heart care and the routine checkups that keep you on your A game, Norman Regional is dedicated to providing the best care right, because this is our home turf and we're committed to keeping it healthy, strong, and vibrant. Visit normanregional.com or call 405-515-5000 today.
First pitch of the Hal Smith Restaurant Group's fifth inning is a little bit into Sid Sanders. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Sooners up 6-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 misses low. Riverwind Casino's newly remodeled gaming floor has almost 3,000 of your favorite games, complemented by a variety of bars, restaurants, and the best live music in the metro. It's no surprise that Riverwind is always a good time. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Sid. A little bit out. Good point brought up by Jessica Bain. We could see the end of Ella Parker's hitting streak, if that was indeed her last at bat. The 3-0 pitch is not even close. Ball 4. And here's Ilana Agbayani. Heading into today, Parker had hit in all 11 Sooner games in 2025. And you date back to last year and the incredible run that she was in on to end the season. That means her hit streak would end at 15 straight. And by the way, you forget how good she was last year.
So, well, I got in here today and I'm like, okay, Ella Parker's hitting 639. What? Like, what a start to the season and a heck of a finish to last season.
Ilana Agbayani will dig in. We'll get our first look at Cheney Helton to pinch run over at first. 6-1 Sooners. First pitch bunt gets away from the catcher and off to second goes Helton. When we were doing our pregame interviews, you'll hear a couple of them tomorrow during our between-game break. It'll be a full day of softball, so if you got a boss that's making you work tomorrow and you can't get to the park or watch it, bring the AirPod along and we've got you covered. 1-0 is a little bit in.
Well, people get sick. You can call in sick.
Well, unfortunately, I think a lot of people probably already used up some of their sick days to start 2025.
Yeah, you're telling me I'm a new mom and I'm like, oh, daycare shuts down? Oh, okay. Yeah, we learned a lot the last 2 weeks.
And in our sit-down interviews, we were asking them, and you'll hear some tomorrow. There's a hard hit ball, base hit into left field. Patty Gasso was holding Cheney Helton. She ran through the stop sign and scores anyway. Off to second goes Isabella Agbayani. And let's see Coach's message here for Cheney Helton. As Helton ran through the stop sign at third. Coach has a smile. That's a good sign for Cheney Helton.
She's smiling and talking through those teeth like, did you see me? Did you even look? I know that smile far too well.
The whole point in bringing up the interviews, and like I said, you'll get to hear some of them tomorrow, we were all in agreement that Cheney Helton was the fastest Sooner. So she showed it there. Tia Malloy will step to the plate to try to end this game. Sophie Johnson is in behind the plate for Beckerly. Malloy singled, stole a base, and scored a run in the last half inning. That's bad for the Sooners. She digs in, I mean, technically, with a chance to end this game with a home run. Runner at second is Agbayani, and the first pitch is a little bit low and away, ball 1. I think I was a little shook by Cheney Helton running through the stop sign. Coach Gasso pointed to the bag.
And I loved it even more that she scored and then ran straight into the dugout. She didn't even look at Coach Gasso again. Like, let me get in here.
The 1-0, hard hit foul. Coach Gasso went matrix over there in the third base coach's box. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Just let me high five my friends. Let me get out of the line of fire.
She cheered on Agbayani out at second base, who drove in the run and then proceeded to sprint into the dugout. I think she's got a chance to be really special. I'm a big Cheney Helton fan out of Coweta. 1-1 bounce down the first baseline, fair. Rounding third and heading home is Agbayani. Headed towards second with an RBI double is Tia Malloy. Don't let her get hot. Don't let her figure things out. The freshman drives in the 8th run of the game for the Sooners. And with nobody out at the bottom of the 5th inning, it's 8-1 Oklahoma. Tia Malloy has her first 2-hit game in a Sooner uniform, and she's looked pretty comfortable doing it. And here's Nellie McEnroe-Marinas with a game-ending run at second. 8-1 Sooners. Marinas drove in a run and scored a run her last time up. First pitch low, ball 1. We will play 2 tomorrow. We'll be underway at 11 a.m. No game before ours. So a 10:30 a.m. pregame show. Grounded towards short. Only play is going to be to first. Malloy moves on to third. And now the game-ending run is 60 feet away. Ground out by McEnroe-Marinas. Here's Bella Emmerling. Who else but Bella to end this game, huh? Came in struggling a bit. And she's broke out of that slump with a 2-for-2 day. A home run, a double, 2 RBI, and 2 runs scored. The North Carolina transfer takes the first pitch for ball 1. Ready to explode. The pitch to Emmerling. Hop foul, well out in front of that behind home plate. Eight runs on 7 hits. They have changed. Sooners were listed with 2 errors. It's just 1 on the scoreboard now. So I wonder what scoring change. We'll check with Brock before the postgame show. The Sooners and Emmerling can take us there right now. The 1-1 is low. Good take. 2 balls and a strike. Malloy at third represents the game-ending run. Maya Bland waits on deck. The 2-1. Line to third. Caught by Nelson. 2 away. Nice play by Nelson over at third. And here's Maya Bland. Earlier today, I was texting with a friend, and they said I'm projecting 3 home runs from the Sooners today. I was like, oh, now, obviously Oklahoma's come up a little short of that projection.
Yeah.
But I said, I'll say 4, and how about Maya Bland hits one?
I love that.
I've got proof.
It's in writing.
Well, this is the difference between playing another half inning and heading home. Bland takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Maya Bland has been someone the Sooners are continuing to see more and more from. Adair Ranch, California, a sophomore, was the ace pinch runner last year. She takes the 1-0 for a strike.
It's a good eye.
She's still looking for her first hit of 2025, but has scored 3 runs. 0 for her first 6 with 4 walks. Bland takes the 1-1 a little bit in, but it's called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Could our Hal Smith Restaurant Group 5th innings be the end of the game, or will we play on? Malloy's at third. Here comes the 1-2. Ball 2, a little bit low. Really good take. Tough one after the way the first 2 pitches were called.
Yeah. That wasn't far off from where the first pitch was.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch fouled off. You hear the dugout explode for the Sooners. Every so often I catch myself just looking around in awe of what Love's Field is.
It's amazing.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Sliger. Now ball fouled on the right field line.
It's a good battle.
Words of encouragement from the on-deck circle and fellow outfielder Abby Dayton. She's got it all, man. Speed, power to all fields. Maya Bland, just a matter of time for her. The 2-2 pitch nearly hits her, ball 3. Now we're going to have a walk-off wild pitch there. Bland scored a run yesterday. Looking to add a couple more here today. 3-2 is skied into left field. Eck under it. Will make the catch and will play on. Sooners, though, add to their total. 2 more runs on the dominating day. Sooner men's basketball gets the win. Baseball gets a win. We get a win. Looks like today is tracking the same way. The OU women's gymnastics team turned around and had a meet today. And according to the final numbers, a 198.050 for the Sooner women's gymnastics team. Congrats to KJ Kindler. OU women's basketball wins by 40 as the first pitch to Jody Epperson is low and away, ball 1. A bit of a struggle right now for Skip and the boys. The OU baseball team headed to the bottom of the 3rd. They are the home team, trail Virginia 3-0. OU looking for its first hit in that game. Here it's 8-1 Sooners, swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch for strike 1. Epperson's 0 for 2. Flat out to left in the first. Struck out in the 3rd. We got the scoring change cleared up thanks to our pal Jessica Bain. There's a bouncer back to Sam Landry off the big hop, throws to first. 1 away. The originally ruled error on Ilana Agbayani has been changed to a hit. So the leadoff.
He sat on that one for a while.
He really did. The leadoff second inning, E4, can be changed now to a single for Sammy Hood. This was Taylor Slawchuk's spot, the starting shortstop, excuse me. And she went down with an injury. It looked like the foot of Tia Malloy caught her face when Malloy was stealing second. So Mila Seaton takes the first pitch for a strike. 222 hitter for the sophomore second baseman. Strike 2. They moved Seaton in, and she took over at second, and they shifted Hood over to short. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 away. With 5 on the action clock, Landry gets cold, strike 3. On another nice job by Emmerling behind the plate. Strikeout number 10 on the day, and the first for Sam Landry since the 4th. And here's Sammy Hood. 1 for 2 now on the day for Sammy Hood. First pitch to the right-handed hitting shortstop is headed home. And it's in for a strike. Just pounding the zone is Sam Landry. Just pounding the zone, pounding away. And Patty Gasso is on her way to the circle. This is either the Peyton Monticelli spot.
I think you're right.
Maybe Audrey Lowry.
I think I saw Peyton. No?
Yeah, but that's Lowry,
Yeah.
Audrey Lowry. Interesting, on the first pitch strike, they decide to go to the pin, but no doubt about it, Audrey Lowry has been someone that has caught our eye, raised some eyebrows, if you will, with what she's done here in her first season in the Sooner uniform. Sam Landry, who has been outstanding here today, will hand the softball over to the Sooner freshman. We've got a pitching change. It's brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Listen to this crowd. That a kid Sam Landry deserved, earned it today. We got a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new Sooner hurler, Audrey Lowry, when we come back in 60 seconds. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Howdy, Oklahoma. Vernon. That's my promise of oil changes and engines for life on no used gas or diesel at no additional cost to you. So put a little gravity in travel and get to Oklahoma's Truck King. I-35, exit 72, Pauls Valley, or click us online at SethWally4.com. Hurry, this sale ends soon.
Ford F-150 stock number RFA 63656.
Audrey Lowry will take over for the Sooners. It's a pitching change brought to you by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. And Audrey Lowry has been outstanding so far this season for the Sooners. The lefty has not really shown any ill effects of being a freshman on this stage. She has a 1-0 count, an 0-1 count. Now make it 1-1. During that half inning, I made the mistake of checking the personal Twitter feed, and everyone telling me everything they know about Tupelo, Oklahoma.
Well, I'm glad we learned all about it today.
Popped up on the infield. Sid Barker, the shortstop under, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. I learned a lot, guys. I should have checked my personal Twitter first. You had all the answers there. That'll do it for the Wichita State Shockers. And kind of a weird situation to bring in Audrey Lowry in. She gets the one-pitch pop-out. And after a ground out by Epperson, a strikeout by Sam Landry, Audrey Lowry comes in, throws 2 pitches, and the inning is over. And the game could be. The Sooners need a run to finish this in run roll fashion as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Your best self with memberships that start at $15 a month. Find your nearest club and join today. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. Must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with parent guardian.
Will lead things off for the Sooners here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 8-1 Oklahoma. First pitch fouled away. As the day is done, unfortunately, for the pride of Tupelo, Oklahoma. We have a new pitcher out of the pen, Riley Neihart. Neihart out of Alvin, Texas. 0-1 pitch, misses up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Ava Sliger, her day is finished. And Riley Neihart will be counted on to try to get Wichita State to the 7th inning. Sooners need a run to end this in run rule fashion. 1-1 pitch, pardon me, is up and in. 2-1. University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, the Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Wonderful, and Boomerang Diner. 2-1 pitch, way inside, 3-1. Still interesting, right? Audrey Lowry gets called on for 1 batter, 2 pitches.
2 pitches.
That was it.
She did her job.
She did her job.
She did her job.
She's done it all year long. Dayton 0 for 2, bounces this one towards second. Seaton up with it, throws. Bang, bang play, a little closer than maybe it should have been. But Dayton is retired. 0 for 3 day for Abby. Here's Ella Parker. Okay. Oh, no. Sid Barker will hit in Parker's spot. Never mind. When Barker came into the game, she was at short. We thought maybe it might be a situation where they were going to slide Parker into that DP spot. They did not. And here's Sid Barker. So that means Ella Parker's hitting streak will end at 15 straight games. But we'll still have some math to do as the first pitch misses high on consecutive games in which she's reached, because Parker did walk twice today, scored a run, and stole a base. Sid Barker has been outstanding. Sid's hit 6 hits, a .333 average, 7 runs scored, 3 home runs. Ball 2 misses in. Six hits, all of them extra base hits. 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 2 triples, and 1 double. Here's the 2-0. A little bit up, ball 3. We'd like to take a moment to thank Love's Travel Stops as the presenting sponsor of OU Softball. Love's Travel Stops is the heart of the highway. 8-1 Sooners, bottom of the 6th. Well, the pitch clock is at 0, and a strike is called. Johnson isn't as deliberate as many catchers we've seen behind the plate, walking the ball out and maybe delaying the start of that action clock. But Nyhard was towing up against it quite a bit. Here's the 3-1 to Barker. Ball 4. We also, I know that we have a laundry list of former umpires that have their perspective and input for us, and we're very grateful for it. But in talking to Carly Keeney yesterday, Carly's back with the Sooners as a grad assistant. By the way, Carly Keeney Hooper. She can play some basketball now. Did not know this. She said that it was always her understanding that the ball had to be out of your hand by the 0 on the pitch clock.
Oh. I thought what was your understanding?
That you had to be in motion.
Same.
So
that really cuts
it close. I don't know. It's been a selective enforcement of it so far this year. Here's Corey Hicks. Good to see the freshman get an opportunity here. Right-handed hitting, power bat. First pitch, had a cut. You saw it. Fouled it back for those of you watching on the TV side. On the radio side, maybe you felt it. Corey dealt with a bit of an injury during the fall. Out of San Jose, California. Former bat buster. Here's the 0-1. In for a strike, 0-2. Limited action so far. This is only her 3rd plate appearance. She walked against Fullerton and went 0 for 1 against Hofstra. The 0-2 off speed, pounds it in the dirt. Came in defensively late yesterday against Tulsa. Sooner coaches are high on the youngster. By way of Archbishop Mitty High School in San Jose. Behind on the count here, no balls and 2 strikes. Takes ball 1 high. And we have a team that likes those big numbers. 99. We got a 99, a 70, a 50. Even seeing Gabby Garcia in 42 is a little bit unique in my world. 77 stands on first, 99 at the plate. The pitch looped into shallow right field, caught by Seaton. Back to first goes Barker, and there's 2 away. And Sid Sanders, who is looking for her first hit of the game, will be the last hope for the Sooners to end this in run rule fashion. I think there's a part of me that, as much as Coach Castle would like to see Sid Sanders put a charge into one, maybe to have a half inning to see Hicks catch again, get more of that game day opportunities. That first pitch is inside to Sid Sanders.
I'd like to see Agbayani get another at bat too.
Yeah. Sooners have won 5 straight in run rule fashion. That pitch misses outside, 2-0.
Took a lot off of that pitch.
And Nyhart's just a freshman. Haven't seen a ton of her this season. This is only her 5th appearance. Florida.
Look how deep Epperson is playing in center field.
She's on the warning track as the 2-0 pitch is high, ball 3. 5.53 ERA for Nyhart. She pitched here against Bowling Green yesterday in 2 innings. Walked 1 and struck out 1. 3-0 pitch right down the middle, strike 1. And their loss to Florida State. Wichita State got beat 15-5 in that game. Only a third of an inning. Gave up 4 runs on 2 hits, walked 1. Also hit a batter. Faced 5 batters in that game. But bounced back big time here yesterday against Bowling Green. She just walked Sid Sanders, and you're going to get your wish, Destiny. Here comes Ailana Agbayan.
Now I want to see her finish it. Is that asking too much?
Well, Courtney Oliver Elkins, the second-year pitching coach, might have the same fear as you have as she makes her way out to the circle. And we'll get a break here. At least in the action. Oklahoma Career Tech preparing Oklahomans to succeed in the workplace, in education, and in life. Visit poweredbyokcareertech.com to begin your career development journey. And log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Sooner Junior Kids Club. Presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Orthodontics, exclusively Mathis Home and Devon Energy. And we thank the good people at Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from the OU campus. Courtyard Norman offers affordable, stylish accommodations with tech-forward amenities and classic Southern hospitality. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. All right, all the meetings are over. And here's Ailana Agbayan. I think as far as the offense is concerned, with Corey Hicks getting in a bag, you've seen about all of the potential available hitters for the Sooners today. Let's see if Agbayani can end this thing. First pitch swinging, looped into shallow left field, but right there is Eck to make the catch, and that'll do it for the Sooners in a scoreless 6th. We head to the 7th. Oklahoma 3 outs away from starting the season 12-0. It's 8-1 Sooners. This is Sooners softball from Learfield.
It's a new year, and Rich at 66 can be your
for life on no use gas or diesel at no additional cost to you.
So put a little gravity in travel and get to Oklahoma's Truck King. I-35, exit 72, Pauls Valley, or click us online at SethWally4.com. Hurry, this sale ends soon.
Ford F-150 stock number RFA 63656.
Thanks to Dr. Susan Walden, tuned in today. Also, big ups to the folks over at PrepNation_TV on Twitter. They sent us a lot of cool information on Ava Sliger. Class 2023 Class B State Academic Champion. Was considered the Young Gun Pitcher of the Year for the Lady Tigers at Tupelo. And also thanks to our buddy and good friend Steve Bullard, who had checked in to say former OSU pitcher Randy McMurray also hailed from Tupelo, Oklahoma. Pretty good little baseball town. Thanks to Steve Massey and Purcell. You know they call Purcell, right? The heart of Oklahoma.
I did not know that.
Loves is the heart of the highway. Purcell is the heart of Oklahoma. And Jimmy and Karen Davenport are watching from Barling, Arkansas. As always, our good buddy Doug Hamilton down in Hockley, Texas is keeping us up to date. And Mark Montgomery from beautiful La Paz, Mexico. Thanks to everybody for making Sooners softball a part of your day. All right, so our first chance to see Sophie Johnson at the plate. First pitch is in for a strike from Audrey Lowry. So she'll get more than 2 pitches as the sun starts to set here on a gorgeous day and night here in Norman, Oklahoma. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Up high, popped out of the glove of Emmerling. Thought we might see Hicks staying to catch, but they'll have Emmerling behind the plate to hopefully put a wrap on this one. 8-1 Sooners. We're in the top of the 7th. Sooners held scoreless in the third and sixth innings here. Grounder softly to third. Nelly throws across one away. That almost looked like a broken bat. Here's Cameron Compton's spot. She will indeed hit. We will have the Brahms post-game show as soon as we get done here, and we'll get Destiny's thoughts on everything we saw today, and we'll play 2 tomorrow as the first pitch is in for a strike to Compton. OU and Bowling Green to start things off, it's been a rough trip for Bowling Green here so far this weekend. And then OU and Abilene has been pretty good. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Bowling Green got shut out earlier today by Tulsa 7-0. Wichita State beat them 15-4 on Saturday, and they lost last night to Abilene 8-5. There's a looper into left field. Tia Malloy racing in, sliding, makes the catch. Have a day, Tia Malloy. Have a day, kid. 2 away. Crowd approves.
I love how you saw her kick it into gear.
Yeah. Trying to find that spot. Maybe for Malloy, it could be in the outfield. She had a good beat on that. 2 away. So that outfield has Malloy in left, Dayton in center, and Bland in right. First pitch, a little bit low to Caroline Talent, who's 0 for 2 on the day. This has been a fun day, Sooner Nation. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. 1-0 pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. These two teams will play again later this season. The 1-1 just misses. This is the earliest home series that the Sooners have had since February 16th of 2011.
Ooh, my freshman year.
2-1 is lined into right field. Maya Bland makes the catch. Make it 43 straight for the Sooners over the Wichita State Shockers. The final score from Norman on a gorgeous Sunday. Oklahoma 8, Wichita State 1. The Brahms post-game show is next. This is Sooner Softball from Learfield.
Champions know the value of preparation, commitment, and choosing the right team.